Oh my God.
Here's Coach Crandor.
Hey, everybody. Football.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Hey, everybody. Super Bowl. We recorded 20 minutes. It's all gone because my Windows updates forced my computer to update.
Yeah, second
Yay.
recording, baby.
Yep.
Woo!
Let me-
And by the way,
the
this
same energy, baby. Yeah.
we actually got better energy.
I think we did,
Yeah,
actually.
no doubt.
And frankly, this is a problem that we've had many times, and we know the solution, and none of us have.
Yep.
No, see, what
enacted
happens
it.
is one of us acts on it the week after
Yes.
when it
Yeah.
definitely isn't going to happen again because
Right.
that's not how mistakes
Yep.
happen. And then,
Yep.
yeah, this is the result.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It's truly a constant in our lives.
And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing. So
I refuse to improve myself because I am an American, and that's my right.
I'm a Jets fan, and it's the expectation.
Yeah.
yeah. So before we get into the big game, the super game, if you will, let's talk about
Large
some
owl.
news. Jerry Jones is delusional.
News?
That's right, news. We'll go quickly through what we already said. A lot of it was rambling. So yeah, Jerry Jones was like, I thought we were gonna win games because we went all in, and they didn't.
Jerry
and-
Jones ate Dak Prescott. That was wild.
Yeah, that
And
was
shot
pretty
in
cool.
Brianheimer. He's being a guy.
Yep.
Y'all ever
So,
get shot in your Breinheimer? It hurts.
It's
I
the worst
don't.
place for it.
Don't like that.
Mhm.
Then New York Jets are moving on from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
We had a
Yep.
nice long talk about the futility of this organization and the unlikelihood of anything ever changing,
Yeah.
which, you
Yeah.
know, you understand that that's probably what you should expect at
Rob
this
has a
point.
lot of hope.
Yeah, I mean, I was very optimistic. That's what you were missing
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
on, and
Yeah.
you know, I won't go over it again. But you know how optimistic I am and
Yeah.
hopeful I am about the
Oh,
Jets. So
it's
you get an
insufferable
idea,
sometimes.
yeah. No, I just love that organization and the Johnsons, billionaires in general. Big
Yeah.
fans of all of that stuff. So
Yep.
yeah,
They get your Christmas card this year?
Oh, you kidding?
The Jets really are like the oligarchy of the NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like 100%. Because I mean, they're like again. I mean, you know, kind of like the Cowboys or like any of the LA teams. They don't have to be good. They make the most money just because they're in the biggest cities. You
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Fuckers.
we had a nice long talk as well about the fact that there is no quarterback that exists, including past quarterbacks that
Yeah.
don't no longer play. There's no way to fix the ship from the captain's position when the
No.
boat itself is built to sink.
To be
Yeah,
fair, it's I don't even think a good quarterback would fix this team. Like they
No,
they
that's what we're
really do
saying,
need
yeah.
to just
That's the
start
point,
over
yeah.
again.
No, you need to start. You need literally like. It doesn't matter who is the captain of the ship. It doesn't matter who is the first mate. When Woody Johnson and Brick Johnson are scuba diving underneath the ship with the little
Poking
those little
holes in
cartoon
it.
drills, yeah, and they're drilling holes in the hull. They do that. Like there's you can't. No one's gonna do it. There's no one. No one has the power. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah, fun.
So Aaron Rodgers, well, he could retire. That is one possibility.
Yep.
But he could also go to numerous teams, which I actually left out one of the teams when we talked about this earlier. So there's the Titans, which I think that's the team he'd go to. I made a case for that. I think apparently he's friends with the president of football operations. He's got land there. I think the team's like decent enough to where they got the #1 pick, so like they could do something there. Like that's the team I'm like, all right. The Vikings are the funny prophecy meme team. I don't think it'll happen, but that would be funny. And then I saw that the Pittsburgh Steelers were a team.
Yep.
That would definitely
Does
make.
anyone want to go for the Apollo take here? I think it's a pretty safe bet he's not going to hear it.
Yeah,
at this
I was
point.
gonna say that would definitely make Apollo not
All right,
watch
sure. Yeah,
football.
no,
next
I
year.
got it. I I believe this should be an excellent decision for Pittsburgh Steelers. I
It's
do
like he's in the
concur.
call. What the hell?
Yes, it is I, Apollo, and
It's
I
just
believe
like
Aaron
him.
Rodgers will certainly right the ship and take us into Pittsburgh Bay to. Is there a
Bo-
bay there?
Yeah, the Pittsburgh
we
Bay.
will-
Latched onto that
Okay.
ship
Pitts
metaphor,
Bay.
huh?
and he will guide us to the promised land.
Navigating across the waters. A seafaring
Breaking
vessel.
of the ice.
Yep.
Exploring strange new frontiers of the football dimension.
Yep.
Oh, Apollo.
Classic Apollo, dude.
You know I'm quite the romantic.
It's always been your fatal flaw.
He's right here.
It's like he's right here. So well, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be watching any off season or next season, but you know, I mean, we could reach out to Cine V, see if he's gotten over his Buccaneers hatred. If
Yeah.
that's the case, maybe he has.
I mean, the fact that Rob has lasted through longer
That's-
than
Yeah, I know.
Honestly,
Aaron,
I think part of the reason for that is they're used to success and then it falls off. Rob has never really had that. He's just kind of living in what he's used to.
This is misery is what I've accepted in life, and it's what I deserve, frankly, when I really think about
Now
it.
you're an American.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I mean, listen, I love the off-season stuff. It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has hope. There's a lot of
Mhm.
cool things going on.
it's all
Players moving around.
hypothetical. It's great.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
hypothetical.
yeah.
You're
Well,
like,
it's the Jets Super Bowl's coming up. It's the draft, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and then
Any guy could
the
be the guy.
Y'all
Chicago
got that coveted
Bears
8th pick or whatever the hell it is.
seventh pick.
yeah.
You got seven.
Seven.
Oh
Sorry.
boy.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, the Bears are the two-time off-season champs, now going into number 3. So
Yep.
that's going to be pretty intense for them.
Mhm.
We'll see how that plays out. Apparently, the 49ers grant Deebo Samuel permission to seek trade.
Oh,
So
okay.
that could
Oh,
be
wow.
interesting. See where he goes. And then
49ers definitely not a team I expected to start offloading resources. That's
yeah,
interesting.
I mean they got to start
Yeah.
paying people like Brock Purdy. They got
Yeah,
they
that's
got
true.
they got stuff.
Mhm.
McCaffrey's. I don't know what's going on with him. Like
Well,
who
no,
knows?
I swear we were just talking about them being one of the teams that is like the furthest under the cap not too long
Well, that's
ago.
because they're paying Brock Purdy like $10.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think once they pay him money, it's going to change
They're
quite a bit.
paying him room and board
Yeah.
yeah.
at the facility.
Mhm.
Apparently, Miles
Uh,
Garrett also requested a trade.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes a lot more
that's
sense.
surprising, yeah. 49ers are still quite high up in the cap. They got 48 mil currently.
Yeah.
Play with, but yeah, as
It's all
Trevor
going
was
to Brock.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot going.
Yeah. And then Devontae Adams, of course, probably gonna seek a trade pretty soon.
Of course,
I would
yeah.
like him going back to Green Bay. I mean, I'd take Deebo Samuel as well, but I think I'd rather get Devontae Adams to Green Bay.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Mhm, mhm.
And then let's see, taking a look at some of the top free agents. Just a little heads up here for our future shows. T. Higgins is a free agent, of course. That's going to be a big
yeah.
one. I would also like T. Higgins on the Packers.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
Yep. So
okay.
he's
Wow.
gonna get money. I believe he got franchise tag last year or something like that.
I think you're
really?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have Ronnie Staley, offensive tackle, Ravens. James Daniels, guard. I think a lot of people are gonna be paying big offensive lineman money, so they'd probably get paid.
Oh yeah,
After
offensive line
seeing what
kinda-
the Eagles did. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Talanoa Hufanga, safety 49ers.
Mhm.
Zach
Okay.
Bond, linebacker Eagles. He was pretty good in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl and the
Yeah.
season. DJ Reed from the Jets.
yeah. He was great for us actually.
Yeah, he seems like he was really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any other big names? Trey Smith, Kansas City guard. Alaric Jackson, offensive tackle, Rams. A lot of offensive linemen, actually.
Hmm.
So, Josh Sweat, pass rusher from the Eagles, who's definitely going to get paid after that Super Bowl.
The QB market is going to be interesting in the offseason because, as far as I've heard, this isn't a great. It's like next year that's supposed to be the better QB year. So,
yeah, it's the best free agent quarterback right now is Sam Darnold,
for sure.
and then there's like there's like Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, like those backup tier quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it's
I
it's
mean,
not good.
I feel like is Kirk Cousins or maybe Derek Carr possibly.
Oh yeah, I guess Kirk Cousins would also be
would think,
available,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm actually not sure about Derek Carr. I don't know if he's still going or I don't think he's up. So I think he's going to go back to the Saints, but you never know. Kirk Cousins is definitely free agent. I forgot about him.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be a big one.
That'll be a big one, yeah, because he could also go to any of those like Aaron Rodgers teams, like Giants, Raiders. He's probably more likely to go to some of those.
Yeah, I could see that. You know, like I do. We said this, I said this in the, you know, the lost tapes, the lost archives. But
yeah,
I can only see Aaron Rodgers going to a team that's like right on the edge or retiring.
Yeah,
because I don't think I'm not sure he's ready to or wants to go to another bottom.
No, I
team.
don't think so.
You know,
that's why I think the only bad team I can see is the Titans, but then it'd have to be like Steelers where they're already a playoff team, or Vikings. So
that would be the most entertaining for our show.
That really would.
Right. Come back just for the spectacle of that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I would love Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. That would also be chaos because you'd have like Tomlin and Rodgers.
I think we'd also have to start considering whether or not we genuinely have magical powers. If all of
that's true too. Yeah,
I mean, it happened before too, multiple times. It was Krendor's team to my team, and Bear's team to Sinvicta's team.
Yep,
right.
And like, if we're gonna move around again more, like it's just. It doesn't happen like this.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It just feels kind of like I don't know how to handle this level of power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's scary.
The universe is shining a spotlight on our podcast, and I'm not
sure
sure
if I like it. We're trying to hang out in the shadows over here. That's where we operate best.
Yeah, I'm in the shadows right now. I don't have the lights on.
I forgot that Chris Godwin's a free agent. He just had that injury with the broken ankle.
Oh, really? So he's leaving?
Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Really?
And Khalil Mack's a free agent, so he's like 34, but like dude still plays. So
yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's good.
Yeah, so a lot of decent free agents out there actually.
I mean, Chris Godwin leaving, that's a pretty big deal. I feel
that's
like
gonna hurt him a lot.
That is big. So, and he's definitely gonna get a contract. I mean, even with his broken ankle, like I think he'll recover.
Oh, he can be a #1 guy in so many places, dude.
No doubter.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the big game.
The big game.
Are we
massive game?
We're literally legally not allowed to call it the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
We've talked about this before
now.
But
yeah.
I mean,
it's so funny, dude.
I think it used to be more of a thing, but then with the internet, companies have stopped.
Yeah,
it's like how the fuck would they actually actively police that? You know?
Well, with AI in the future, they probably can.
Don't ask too many questions, Bear.
Yeah.
Well, in the Super game, we kind of got a glimpse of what we've been talking about all season, which is the Chiefs are not as good as they seem, and the Eagles actually were a lot better than what we thought.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I feel like I was probably saying before the game that like it relies on Saquon having a good game. No, it didn't at all. That was in no way did it require that. In fact, it seemed like the Chiefs were only able to shut down Saquon in the running game, but like Jalen Hurts just threw over the top multiple times.
Also carried quite a bit in this game. 11 for 72 yards in a tutty.
Yeah. I mean, he had a couple of great first down, like bootleg runs, and a couple of great long shots to AJ Brown. The game I do want to point out, the game did start with a fucked up reffing call favoring the Chiefs.
That was
then
funny.
It didn't matter. Yeah, like then the rest of it didn't matter because the Eagles just shit all over the Chiefs the whole game.
Yeah, it was
34-0 at one point.
It was a blowout.
Third.
total blowout. I mean,
Patrick
people were
Mahomes
considering.
like looked terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
God, like 5 of 10 at half, I think was
They had
his
they
stat
went
line.
into the second half with like 23 total yards or something.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
23
God,
yards.
I screenshotted it. I don't remember when that came from in the game, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like it
also
was a bad
messaged it.
look.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
threw
no.
he threw a pick six as well to
Oh,
Cooper DeJean.
he almost threw 2 pick sixes.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
almost threw
like.
2. One was called back because of an offsides. But
Yeah,
it
no,
was
that was-
just a massacre, dude. Like,
Yeah, this was it was at some point through the third quarter where it was like the Eagles had 17 first downs to the Chiefs 2. The
Yeah.
Chiefs were 0 for 7 on third down. They had 38 total yards to the Eagles 253. Like it was like that was when it was like still a game that the Chiefs could conceivably come back into, and it was they were
Mhm.
having absolutely no signs of life.
yeah. It's
No, that was.
I also kind of wanted the Packers to take Cooper DeJean, and then we didn't. So that's another
Mm.
classic Packer goof.
Mhm. Mhm.
But besides that, you know what? It actually made me feel better about the Packers losing to the Eagles. Because I was like, we actually played the Eagles pretty well compared to wherever this was.
Oh
So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you know what?
Well, also, I do want to say, through the transitive property of football, this makes the Bills look kind of shitty.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, I'll
mean-
give them the benefit of that because, like, to them, the Chiefs are like this crazy, like, aura. They have like an aura around them where it's like you
Yeah.
play the Chiefs and it's
Yeah.
like, here we go again. Like, there's a
Especially
mental
when
aspect to that.
We've said it before too, like having to play them at Arrowhead all the time when it actually matters too. Can't help that much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I think it is I just think the Eagles defense is really good. Like they have a good pass
Yeah.
rush. They get to the quarterback rushing 4 like
Well, how
consistently.
many sacks too? I mean, there
It's
was
6 sacks on the game.
That's what I mean, yeah.
that's-
Like
Yeah,
they
were destroying with their D
Yeah.
line that whole game.
when you
too.
can get to the quarterback rushing 4, like it's
Yeah.
it's insane.
It
Like,
unlocks your whole defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the Jets had the year that Aaron Rodgers was down,
Yeah.
and then they fired them all. Like, yeah, who likes
Yep.
that?
Like
Yeah, there's really no other way to frame this. It was an absolute stomping. The Chiefs did
Yeah.
not look like they belonged there at all. Mahomes was a mess the entire game.
The
All of his
Eagles played
stats came in
backups.
garbage time. Like
Yeah.
like it just absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah, I mean I don't. I'm sure it's happened and I've just forgotten, but to me, it just seems like such an unprecedented thing to put in your backups at the end of the game. It probably has happened in other blowout Super Bowls, like that
Yeah.
one Seahawks won and whatever. But
Mm.
like, it's just for that game to be winning so hard that you're like, yeah, whatever. Let Kenny Pickett throw a couple.
Yeah.
You know, like that's yeah.
Yeah, there was the Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl. Obviously, that was like a few years ago. That was a pretty clear result, right? But then like between here in like 2014, which was the other blowout, the Super Bowl has been pretty damn competitive. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost every year since then, as like over a decade, has been pretty damn close games. But not this one.
Nope.
Nope. And you know
That
what? I
was,
think out of all the blowout Super Bowls, this is one people didn't mind at all.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I was pretty okay with the outcome here.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was totally fine with that. That was the evil is defeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
like, I don't even, I can't even feel that good about it because I'm still just annoyed that it happened this way. Like, the
Yeah.
fact that they got this far, like, they are not a 17-3 team, Google. Correct that. Give them a few more in the L column, please, because they just,
Yeah.
it's so satisfying, at least, that the pretenders have finally been exposed for what they are. But the fact that they made it to this stage is still pretty upsetting.
Mhm. Yeah,
Well,
no, I mean,
they're better than weren't they like 18-2 or whatever, including the Super Bowl?
oh, were they?
Yeah, they only
Um,
lost one game in the regular season.
Well, no,
didn't
they lost 2, right? Because they got.
Oh,
destroyed by
that's
the
right.
Broncos
They
in the game where
didn't
were
play their
15-2
players.
in the regular
Yeah.
season.
That's
yeah.
right. Never mind.
Yeah.
This really, you know, when people are always like, the game is won in the trenches. This really was one of those trench games because,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the Chiefs' O line is garbage.
The line has been the difference for the Eagles all year, dude.
Yeah,
Like
on both
they're
sides.
riding on the strength of their lines, of both the O-line and the D-line.
Dude, the last time that they won the Super Bowl, it was the same situation. They had a fucking killer O-line. And I think that's what their GM has been focusing on, and it's smart.
It's fucking working, dude.
Yeah.
I've said it for years on this podcast that, like, man, that's the thing. That's the thing that I miss the most, actually, about those Jets teams in 09 and 10. We had one of the best O-lines in the league. We had like 3 Hall of Famers, and that's 3 out of 5. Right?
Yeah.
You know, like that's like is a killer fucking O-line, and they just bodied people. Like, it didn't matter that Mark Sanchez couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, you know, like that's like they could protect him.
Yeah. I mean, look at Sam Darnold when he went to the Vikings. They actually had an O-line and blocking and everything. And then you look at the final weeks, and that O-line kind of fell apart, and he fell apart. So, like, it's not a surprise to anybody that, like, you need good offensive line defense. Look at how many bad teams are, like, when we look at the Bears or, like, some of these teams where it's like, man, they got sacked 20 times. Or, like, even the Texans. Like, the Texans, C.J. Stroud got sacked, like, 10 times a game. And it's like, man, if only they had O-line.
Yeah, like Fields is another great example of it too, because like coming out of Chicago, where we all thought he was, you know, just the cause of the none of us really thought he was the cause of the problem. It was easy to scapegoat him as that, but then like you give him a little bit more time in the pocket. What do you know? He's a lot better.
Yeah, and then they stopped playing him.
Yeah,
it's clear that like the offensive line, defensive line, they're not the most fun picks, but they are the most impactful picks.
Yeah, the most fundamental.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm just bouncing around the stat sheets here just to see anything noteworthy, and I mean, like Xavier Worthy, you see 8 for 157 and 2 TDs.
Oh,
that was that was like.
Well, he did have one really good, like because it was in what was it, the third quarter when they threw that touchdown.
It was like the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, like because that one, it was still like, okay.
Yeah,
it would be unprecedented, but it has been kind of
where
done
you
before.
Start to get a little worried.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I mean, missing the 2-point
exactly.
conversion did kind of put a damper on that. But
it did. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, but that was a great catch. Like he like got it under his body. Like
on the
and
flip
that whole
side
drive
of that,
was scary.
There was a very unfortunate, just total drop from D-Hop on a beautiful throw from Mahomes. That is definitely another fucking dagger in the back for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's you know, the Chiefs have made the last 5 of 6 Super Bowls, so I'm not gonna be like, oh man.
They can wipe their tears with their other 3 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rob is sitting here, just like, what's a playoff game?
I'm starving, please, sir. Can I have another Super Bowl ring?
Yeah. So, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I think everybody except Chiefs fans wanted this, and it was a lot worse than what we thought it'd be for the Chiefs. But it's also not too surprising because, again, they didn't really look great all year. And then, you know, they didn't look great here.
It's so crazy that they were the odds favorites to win. Like, it was only by a point and a half, but still, that's insane.
We could have had Bills Lions, dude. Could have had Bills Lions.
Could have had any other combination.
Or anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, I actually, it's funny, too, because, like, the NFC East, it seems the Eagles have taken up this role now, but the Giants used to do it. But the NFC East are the Giant Slayers. Like they're the Dragon Slayers.
That's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Right?
No
kidding. Like the Eagles, the last time they won the Super Bowl, their first Super Bowl ever as a franchise, was against the Patriots, you know, the first unprecedented dynasty. Yeah. And then Big Dick Nick. And then the next one is against the next unprecedented dynasty. You know?
Yeah.
So good for you, Philadelphia.
Yeah. Even
it's
though
always sunny in the place the Chiefs die.
And they destroyed Philadelphia too.
As they are expected.
Of course.
Yeah.
I saw the mayor was like, "Don't do anything." It's like, wow, that's gonna work.
I'm imagining him saying that in like a car that's being flipped over.
You know what? Have they tried reverse psychology? Like, get the lamest people ever to be like, you guys should destroy all of Philly. Just smash everything. You know?
Yeah,
like,
they really should.
Have Kid
'Cause
Rock do it.
Right, yeah. Because maybe the people in Philly be like,
We'll
fuck
be
this guy.
we'll be joining together with me, and we'll all destroy the town. It's like, oh,
Kid
okay.
Rock.
yeah, that was him. Yeah.
That's it. My name is Kid. Everybody say it. Rock.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. We're gonna mop things up around here. How about that?
Yeah, they start cleaning up the town.
Clean a city, pal.
That would actually be hilarious. I'd love that.
Might work.
Everybody's cleaning up the town.
like with
Go
really
Birds!
angry looks on their face.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a fucking show.
Go Birds, bro. Go Birds. Remember the time?
Taking mops to city streets is
Yeah.
like what I'm envisioning.
Everything, anything that they're cleaning, they use a mop. Whether
Oh,
it's cleaning
yeah.
a window, it's a mop. Cleaning the floor, cleaning a car.
Gotta use a mop.
Using
Traffic
mops,
lights,
yeah.
got mops up there.
Hey, I got more mops over here. We need some more. We got some more
We need a
dirty
mop.
cars.
So, I mean,
Who wants a
overall,
mop? I got mops. Who needs a mop? Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, this kid fell in some mud. Somebody get a mop over here.
that,
Mop him down. People in Philly love mops. It's
They
a
do,
big,
yeah.
it's a-
It's-
Yeah, I've
in
heard
case
that.
You're not from the United States. It's a huge thing. It's big
Very
tradition
common.
around
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
yeah, they love mops.
Mhm.
So really, I mean, that's the season, dude.
That's it.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's over.
So
Eagles
it's
win.
over.
What do we got here? We've got
Power rankings?
I don't think we have any power rankings, but we do have Pick'em's stats.
We got Pick'em's bonus stats.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
final shout out and thank you to Pixel Haven and Hippo Nora for all they do on
Incredible
the
work.
show and the back end and the Discord. Thank you very much for all that, you guys.
Yep.
And thank you for all the people in the Discord too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a pretty active Discord and patrons. So
Yeah,
many
thank you,
great
patrons.
patrons.
Very much appreciated.
Viewers, comment,
Commentators, listeners.
Again, my parents.
viewers,
Deep thanks.
React-
Bears
Actors.
parents,
Yeah.
reactors.
yeah, make some reaction content
We've
of
got
our
a
podcast.
really burgeoning react scene to our fucking people just sitting there quietly listening.
Just people with mops, just like mopping their monitor.
Oh yeah,
Exclusively
please.
janitor react content.
So yeah, this week I went 0-2. My lock did not happen. No proposal.
Man,
classic.
Rob also went 0-2. I don't even remember what you locked.
I don't remember either, actually.
Yeah. Bear went 0-2.
hey,
what?
No, I take umbrage with this ruling here. The arena absolutely shouted mustard in unison during that part of the song. TV off during the Kendrick halftime show.
Oh,
This definitely happened.
Oh, good point. Good
look
point.
at that.
I want my pick'em points, damn
Yeah,
it.
stat check.
Oh, did I say something about Drake? Is that what it? I
I
locked
don't.
Drake
I
somehow.
don't remember. Yeah, you locked in Drake.
Remember either.
I think what you locked might have happened too. This is a poor ruling in the final pick'em stat.
Yeah.
sheet,
Refs.
I'll have them know.
Refs.
If I remembered,
I don't remember what I locked.
Yeah.
If I remembered what anybody said, I'd be upset right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Ray-
pretty sure I locked that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl and that Kendrick Lamar would play at halftime. This is a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson would be there.
Also,
Yeah.
Apollo voted for an endless void to consume us all, and that's clearly happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know
That's-
where his points ended up.
Yeah.
Probably in the void.
Mhm.
Randy locked the Chiefs, which may have been the thing that broke the curse. I think Randy
Yeah.
himself
That
did
probably
it.
didn't actually.
I think
yeah.
so. I think we talked about it too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Discord locked the Eagles, and that happened. And
Yep.
our assistant coach, Hoff, locked the Eagles.
Well done.
So, good job. Now we've got Super Bowl bonus stats.
Bonus stats.
stats.
Sim- Superb. Randy captures his third playoff pick. In
Pick'ems.
in Pick'em's championship.
You all right?
Well, I just see Randy captures his third playoff pick, and I can't see that because it's covered by the arrow that goes back and forth on this thing between that and the other stats. So
there's an arrow that goes back and forth on yours.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a man? Does he tell you to burn things?
He does. He's a small leprechaun. In 4 years, he's the all-time leader in playoff pick'ems. 59%. Apollo,
fucking hilarious.
Apollo Discord Bear all 57%. Rob 50, and I'm at 47, which means I probably should just flip the coin.
May his reign be never ending in playoff pick'ems.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I mean, he's at 60%. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Locked in. Apollo's the only one whose playoff locks are better than his picks. That's because he spent that 1 week locking like every team.
Yeah,
it's skewed.
I mean, the fact that he got them all is honestly pretty impressive. So
that's true. In the beginning, when Rob picks the Chiefs in week 1 of the season, they have always won the Super Bowl. When he picks against them week 1, they've never won the Super Bowl. Oh my god!
Shit, dude! I did it. I'm responsible.
You did it.
Well,
crystal ball.
You are welcome. I accept Venmo. Cash cow. I don't know what is it.
Cash cow.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what things people use these days. I don't actually have any. I don't actually have a Venmo, by the way. That was a joke.
Well, now we know for next year that you cannot pick the Chiefs week 1.
I have to pick against the Chiefs. Yeah. I must.
Yeah.
We're going to forget that.
We will. 100% forget.
I'll probably forget within the hour.
Yeah. Free to fly.
I love the crystal ball, though.
That is a funny crystal ball, yeah. Well, it's not even funny. It just looks cool. I was laughing hysterically at that crystal ball.
Oh, look at that crystal ball. You see how round it is?
Oh, man.
It sparkles? Who would have thought of that?
Also, we better get another Nickelodeon Super Bowl next year. The fact that it was not this year was just travesty.
Bullshit.
I'm still in awe of Patrick and SpongeBob's live commentary there, man. I need
great.
more of that in my life.
We really need it just every week, to be honest.
Yeah, no kidding.
Free to fly. Bear's the only one who has never locked the Eagles in a playoff game. He's locked the Falcons Stadium and the 1985 Miami Heat, which didn't exist more than the Eagles.
No, see, I locked the idea of the Miami Heat that was conceived in 1985.
1985, I see.
I remember that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I remember that too. That's when the Ivan Ooze, I believe, was creating the team.
Oh, were we talking about Ivan Ooze that time?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so
I feel
funny.
like the Ivan... Yeah,
I was watching there's this game show on Dropout called Actually, and there was a series of questions like identify this slime or like this puddle from a sci-fi thing, and fucking Ivan Ooze showed up, and I was like, oh my god, it came up again in my life. I can't believe it.
Ivan, dude, I think we're gonna have a Ivan Ooze-a-sance soon.
Yeah,
we might.
He's coming back.
I'm gonna dress up as him for Halloween this year.
Yeah,
dude, that would actually be fucking hilarious.
That would
no one would know. There would be so few people who would know who you are. Especially if you go
I gotta do that, but I gotta do
thing.
I got to do one of those things where you like combine names. I got to figure out a way to do like a portmanteau of Ivan Ooze into a second completely.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that you would ever know this reference. So let's combine it with something even more niche.
And you're wearing a 1985 Miami Heat jersey.
Yeah, that too. Well, actually, no. Isn't there a point in the movie where Ivan Ooze gets in a jersey? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Please figure. I don't know how you're planning on finding that out, but I really hope you can.
I just picture Ivan Ooze like creating the players from the what I don't even know when the Heat went into existence. It was the early 90s.
I want to have on the back of the jersey is going to be like the name is going to be the idea of.
Okay, there you go. That's
apparently there's a bunch of shirts and designs and stuff that you can get based on Ivan Ooze, and also a Tumblr post that compares Kendrick Perkins from the NBA to Ivan Ooze.
I can kind of see it. Although he's a little too chunky, I think, for Ivan Ooze.
Yeah, Ivan Ooze was ripped.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you the picture that is the comparison photo.
This is the fourth time in like 3 months I've Googled Ivan Ooze. This is fucking ridiculous.
We may have talked about Ivan Ooze more than anybody.
More
I love
more than the
Ivan Ooze.
guy that played Ivan.
Yeah.
I don't even know who played Ivan Ooze.
I get, I can kind of see the facial structure.
Played by
Yeah.
Paul Freeman.
Ah,
There you go.
never heard of him.
Wonder if
He's
he likes
still alive.
football.
He's 82 years old.
Do you think he'd come
wonder
on
if
our
he'd
show?
reprise his role. Yeah, let's interview him.
It's just an
He was in
entire
Raiders of the
week.
Lost Ark, dude.
An
Was he
entire
really?
week where we
Yeah.
don't talk
Who
about
was he in?
football. We just interview Ivan
We
Ooze.
just- he's known for playing the rival archaeologist Rene Belloc.
He was. Oh my God, he was Belloc.
I guess I've never
I
seen
was
Raiders
gonna
of the Lost Ark.
Dude, what?
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's
You
usually the reaction when I say that.
Oh man, you should. It's great. It's really
Elise
good.
is slowly correcting my absence of I wanted to say fucking Tomb Raider, dude. Absence of Indiana Jones cultural knowledge.
Oh yeah, dude. Wait, have you not? Have you watched?
I've seen what is the one? God, now I gotta look them up because I don't actually know the names. I just recently watched one of them, and it's if you say it, I'm gonna know which one. It is.
Okay. Temple of Doom.
I think it was Last Crusade. I'm pretty sure it was Last Crusade. Yeah.
Last
Oh,
Crusade's
right, yeah,
great,
because that's
yeah.
the one with Sean Connery. Yeah, no, that's the one with.
Yeah. Last Crusade's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
What's
one's-
the
that one's really
one with the heart
good.
where he
Heart.
rips the
Oh,
heart out?
Temple
That's
of Doom.
Last Crusade.
Yeah, I
isn't
saw
it?
that
That's
one.
Temple.
No,
Oh,
Temple
we
of
also
Doom,
just
yeah.
watched Temple of Doom, right? Yeah, those are already mixing in my head. It's the same movie.
Wait, why are you watching them like in backwards order?
I don't know.
Why-
We started with Last Crusade, and then we watched Temple of Doom next, and now I just got to watch
Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah, and then I'll be all
Yeah.
caught up in reverse order.
I only saw
dude.
it because of it was before a Cubs game like years ago. And I was like, what's on? I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I'll watch it. And then he's just like,
Mhm.
Kalima.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Yeah, Temple. It's people have. Well, let us know in the comments how you feel about Temple of Doom. Do you think Temple of Doom is the best one or the worst one of the trilogy? Because they didn't make 4 and 5. That just
Oh
didn't
man,
happen.
yeah, and ideally, I mean, you can leave your comment already if you've already written one, but ideally, I want the entire comment section to be about this. I don't want any
Right.
discussion about the Super Bowl. I want,
Oh, yeah.
I want
No,
Well,
no.
Indiana
this
Jones movie
and Ivan
preferences.
Ooze.
And
Yeah, Ivan
Ooze,
Ooze
yeah,
as
no,
well.
which
you
is
can talk
obviously
about
directly
Ivan
related.
Ooze.
Yeah.
but
Shout out Paul
Yeah.
Freeman.
If you could put Ivan Ooze on one NFL team, what would it be?
Oh, dude, Jets, absolutely.
Yeah, it's the Jets. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100% it's the Jets. Yeah, because we'd win. I mean,
Yeah,
how can
yeah.
you beat? He's literally an alien ooze monster.
Yeah, that's
Nobody
true.
can compare. Yeah.
That'd be a
It'd be
sight
great.
to see.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely draft Ivan Ooze #1 overall pick.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the mock draft is pretty clear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not a question.
And the final bonus stat is better with friends. Krendor is now 1-6 on playoff predictions when only 3 hosts make picks. When 4 hosts make picks, he's 41-39.
That's our
Damn.
fault. That's our bad.
Yeah, that's
You
rough.
don't have enough of the communal power, communal
Yeah.
juices.
No
To make the
community.
good picks.
I don't
Yeah.
want you to say communal juices anymore. Right?
Yeah, I don't know
want you
about
to
that.
remove that phrase from your vocab.
Yeah, they're our juices, brother.
We make
Oh,
those
no.
juices together.
Yep.
They're communal juices. for us.
Communal juices.
You can
That's-
also comment communal juices if you want.
You
Yeah,
can
you
do
can
that
do
That's
as well.
the other acceptable one.
You could communally juice Ivan Ooze if you wanted to. I mean, I'm sure you would
Yep.
appreciate it at this age.
Shout out Paul
So
Freeman.
what are our closing
Jerk off Paul
statements for this NFL season? How did everybody feel about this season?
Hmm.
Apathetic.
Yeah. Horrible. It was a terrible time that I fully expected too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
about
would
you, Coach?
say for me, it felt like a season that had a lot of fun, hopeful moments that were then ripped away and set back to reality. Which also
Yeah.
kind of fell into the Packers season as well. It kind of just because the Packers all
Yeah.
season, I was like, guys, we got some fun moments. We're building up. I can't wait for this team to hit their stride and really make a run. And then they just kind of didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then it ended. And so it kind of felt like that with a lot of the teams where you're like, all right, guys, there's so many fun, like the Ravens, we got the Bills. Like these teams are going to hit their
Yeah.
stride. They're going to take that. And then it was just like, oh, the Chiefs are there again.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's just kind of a microcosm of most teams' seasons every year. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
You know,
And then even the
Yeah.
Lions, you're like, dude, the Lions and like the NFC, like we NFC North's the
yeah.
best division. Like here we go, and it's like, oh, they're
one and
they're
done.
done. Yeah. And it's like, who's there? I guess the Eagles, they got Saquon. That's all right. And it's like, all right, well, they won, so that's good.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So
anyway, let us know which Indiana Jones is best, and we'll see you in the offseason.
Yeah. Which, by the way, NFL free agency starts in a month.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I take
That's
it
when we'll have a back. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a show then, probably a couple days after it, so we get all the news, so we don't have to like miss stuff.
Yeah, what do we usually do? Yeah, we do the couple days after free agency, and then we do
pre-draft,
pre and post draft,
and then post draft. Then we live stream the draft.
Yep. Right.
So yeah, and then that. So we actually do got some stuff coming up, and then after the post draft, then we're gone for months. So that's that's usually.
But maybe we'll do something this year
again.
Yeah, maybe.
Seriously. Maybe this year we'll do more stuff in the off. Maybe we'll do an Ivan Ooze interview.
Maybe we'll interview Ivan Ooze.
Man, dude, that would be great if we just find we don't plan it, but we happen upon just some incredibly obscure character actor from the 90s or 2000s who we then in the off season decide to dedicate an entire episode of our football podcast to an in-depth look at their full career and interviewing that person for 2 hours.
Dude, I'd be kind of down if
that would
we had an off-season version of the podcast where we just become a regular podcast.
We're fucking $5 over on Patreon.
Yeah, let us know how you feel about that. And
I mean, the idea of that is fairly entertaining, at least. But
I
don't know if that would really even require a ton of effort on our part. I think it might just be an email away if we put the fucking feelers out.
Honestly, in my experience, and I think this has been probably your guys' experience too, no one is that hard to reach anymore these days.
Yeah,
it's true.
Not even famous people or sideways. It's not that difficult.
The whole time, a lot of them we totally could have had Paul Giamatti do a cameo. Sorry, not Paul Giamatti. Well, still Paul Giamatti.
Gilbert Gottfried.
We can get
Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, no, sorry. I don't know how I got those two mixed up in my head.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, I'm down with that. Let's get Joe Pantoliano too. Get all the Italian actors.
Why not? The whole gamut.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably reach out to even some of these people in the NFL draft, and they reach out to I don't know who's in the 3rd round on this list.
Just some of these kids, they probably got Twitter handles that
they probably got Twitch streams
DM
and
them,
shit.
right? Yeah, or Twitch. Yeah, they probably just hop in the chat hey, you want to be in our fucking football show?
Yeah, Harold Fannin Jr. out of Bowling Green, tight end.
Yeah,
that dude probably. He'd be like, hey, you want to come on?
Shoot the shit
he's
for
got
an hour?
some time.
Yeah.
Plug his Twitch stream where he plays Call of Duty.
Dude.
Well, that's gonna.
Unironically, I think it's a good idea.
It probably would
the
be.
actor thing I think is amazing.
I think it would be fun if we did if we just talked in the off season. But
it would be pretty fun. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But that's the wrap up for this season, folks. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you were doing.
Everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you sincerely.
And,
Googling Paul Freeman email.
Get him. We gotta get Ivan.
Listen, no matter what happens
it's just it's just someone has to be able to be extroverted enough to actually send the emails, because I'm down. If
that's true.
Around, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, if we lose Apollo and Sinvicta to not liking football, we can bring in Ivan Ooze as the 4th dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's a fan of the Colts or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that would really shake it up.
Yeah,
he could tell us what Calvin Coolidge would play.
Right. Fun little side note on Paul Freeman, by the way. There's also a Paul Freeman that was a cryptozoologist who is a known American Bigfoot hunter who claimed to have captured video evidence.
Oh,
so that's weird.
Yeah.
How noted is a noted Bigfoot hunter?
Noted enough to have a fucking Wikipedia page, apparently.
Yeah, who's noting him? Who?
I mean, there's a lot of Bigfoot hunters out there, honestly.
Yeah, there are, actually. Yeah.
But not a lot of Bigfoot
Maybe we should
footage.
be a Bigfoot hunting
Bluefoot?
Let us know if you found video evidence of Bigfoot, and we'll see you in the off-season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do UFO reviews in the off-season.
Yeah, UFO reviews.
Yeah. I don't like the shape on this one. I think it's
B-.
Yeah, it's not so good.
Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you in 1 month for NFL free agency and new hopes and dreams for a brand new season where
Everybody's a
anything
winner.
is possible and everybody's a winner, except for the New York Jets, who will probably
Yeah.
lose
That's very true. Yeah,
again.
the Jets are not going to win. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. See you in a month.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the viewing and the listening and the playing and the running and the
And for
jumping
my
and the
parents.
And
doing
I'm
and-
going
and-
to
and
stop
other
the
things,
recording
and then-
right now.
And then it is I,